Phoenix music scene on the YetiRadio.com. The Phoenix music scene, powered by the YetiRadio.com. The YetiRadio.com. We sell our margaritas, not sidewalks, on the Phoenix music scene.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Yeti Radio. Tonight, we have the privilege of having Reaper's Anarchy in the studio. We're going to open it up with a lead song. Here they are with Come On, right here with the Yeti. Reapers Anarchy, right here in the Yeti Radio Studios. Welcome, everyone. How you guys doing? We've got Preston.
What up, what up?
We've got Kenny and VERT. See, we got Preston on guitar and vocals. Kenny's on drums. We got VERT, who is the token bass.
Token bass.
Ever since we brought you in, it's not been nothing but start.
Yeah, you got Kenny and Token coming back.
So wait a minute, who's doing all the token?
That guy.
Oh, sorry, I got a.
It leaves me more alcohol.
Now we got the bypass on. Now I can get on the right microphone, figure this thing out here once in a while. But so how you guys doing?
Oh, doing good. How are you guys?
Hanging in there. We did. I know. Got to see you at Battle of the Bands. You
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kenny.
And the crazy one.
The crazy guy.
And the crazy one. Okay.
Gotta love him.
So give us a little backstory.
Well, where Reapers Anarchy started, I would think be right after the accident, because I had drunk driver hit me. I don't go into it because people don't want to listen to this story, so I'll keep it for the songs. You can look it up on YouTube. All the songs explain the accident and then different thoughts and things that I saw while I was dead and in a coma. It was an induced coma, but I got thrown out of my old 85 runner because it got in a rollover, and I ended up scraping like all this and everything off, and I got to see a couple things. Well, I'll talk later about that because that's going to take forever. So find us at the show if you want to hear it. The show's at the Nile on February 11th at 6 p.m. Tickets are on our Facebook page, Instagram. You can find it on the Nile website online, or you can buy them from us. But other than that, it's just been going through trying to figure out how to move, how to talk, it screwed everything up. I had to relearn almost everything because I remember waking up, I couldn't even figure out how to use my fingers or pick up my phone or do anything, let alone talk.
Now you have a band, and
Yeah, now we got a band to sing about it. Reapers Anarchy's Anarchy Against Death, because we're not. Kenny's here. He ain't dead. I'm not dead. And Token's not dead. We're ready. Yeah, call it West Park. Welcome to Arizona.
so music is reality, not TV.
Yes, there's also a couple songs that I write about that. 'Cause I'm a huge secret history nerd and golden ratio crap, all that stuff. Because I do construction and it's all there in the head all the time. So started mixing it with music and dreams and stuff that I've seen through my little study of me. I pretty much just study on myself because why not?
Right?
Died, came back, and why not screw with it? So,
Absolutely.
and the only way I figured was music. It's helped so many ways. No matter what instrument, pick it up, try it, because you'll feel it if it's the instrument for you. You'll just feel it inside you. And the weird part is, once you get a melody and you start playing things that you create all by yourself, cover's good to practice, but once you just start playing, it's a whole different feeling that I can't explain medically,
Right.
but alcoholically, probably.
Well, no, there is a science to it, and everybody says that in one form, fashion, or another. And it's amazing from my perspective to get to watch that happen the way that it does. When you get somebody, I guess there's a difference between getting on stage and singing than getting on stage and performing. And when you get up there and you move people from the stage, that's pretty intense. It's amazing beyond belief. Some things that I've got to see personally, but so how did you and Kenny meet since you've been together the longest?
Oh yeah.
You want to bring that crazy lady in?
No, I don't. I do not. That's how they get famous.
Bring the two crazies in there somehow.
No. We'll just call her the 3-bass band. But, yeah, so we got together just randomly because I would go open mics with the acoustic. Everything's on the acoustic, so I kind of save the band stuff for live shows until we get a bunch more out to start throwing you guys. But it's all acoustic, so I'm sorry. You'll have to pay for a ticket. Or find me at an open mic or anything like that, like Jolie's Place, Tom Ryan's, Good Time Charlie's, Rooster's Country every other Tuesday, 7. They're all around the same area, 5:37. You can find them. Those are the open mics if you want to ask me goofy questions that I can explain for hours.
Yeah, Hoopers has it.
Yeah. And but that's how we met.
Okay.
Lucky Strikes doesn't do it anymore, or Lucky Strike. It was out in AJ, I want to say, East Mesa or somewhere. AJ. And they used to do open mics, and it was really cool. I think it was on Sundays, and it's just a bunch of people like me rocking out. And all of a sudden, he came with the 3-bass band.
A 3-bass band, huh?
Yeah, we started trying stuff out, and just like any singer, you know, they either do it for fun or they think there's this whole other thing, the wrong way, I call it. Can't explain it, but
she was better than Cher.
Yeah, it's just things that are weird. You don't talk bad about musicians. We all make our own music. It's a universe that you're born with. It's one verse every one of us has, and we play it, and if he plays it and he plays it and it all sounds good, you got yourself a little family right there. That's like a musical family you can't change. In my own little world. But that's how me and him met. He started beating on a cajon and I started playing an acoustic, and then like, all right, let's just plug in and just throw shit together until we find a bass, lead guitar, and the rest. Just keep going out and play. Why not? It's just fun. And if something comes around out of it, hell yeah, there you go.
Right, absolutely.
So I thought, why not make a cool logo? Draw that out. You got the Anarchy Against Death. Might as well show them. Slap it on
I have
there.
to have a talk with you and everybody else with logos because you've seen the wall.
Yeah.
So
that's beautiful.
That is the absolute hardest part, is putting everybody together because of different shape sizes.
Yep.
And I don't want to put the same colors together. I want to separate them, and it's
an
just
equation. And if you guys can all get together and go, why are we still effing around right now? You got yourself something. But if you're just ping-ponging always back and forth, like, you will find that's part of the journey. You're going to find a lot of them. Maybe death threats, all sorts of stuff. But that's part of the family.
Yeah, definitely. So, Mr. VERT, how did
How'd I meet?
how did you run into these two guys?
Oh man, I met Ken. So Ken actually introduced me to Reaper's Anarchy and everybody here, man, with the team. And his roommate is a buddy of my roommate from college. So I came all the way out here, man. I'm kind of a geek myself. I'm into software engineering. So originally I'm all the way from South Carolina out there, buddy, in Columbia, South Carolina. But
go Gamecocks
for engineering, man. And yeah, Gamecocks. Now our girls, that's a different topic. Our girls are national champs. Our football, man, we're so we're kind of like the Cardinals, man. But to stay on topic, brother,
He's not careful.
my roommate is a good roommate of his, and I didn't have a place to stay, man. I kind of lost tuition. Came out here in Arizona. It was very beautiful for the desert. I'm for the greenery and the scenery, but out here I love it. The air is great. I can deal with the heat. I don't pretty much like their winters out here, if you ask me. I'd rather deal with their heat. Basically became an Arizonian in a sense because, like, I'm already getting used to, like, getting cold and want to get hot. But to sum it up, man, I like music. I'm more into, like, digital, so I want to become more of a musician, which is making me now have a change in food for thought for the hip-hop industry. It's very diverse from everybody, every ethnicity, every religion, every practice, every sexual preference. But for me, probably the last 10 years, I've actually just been struggling with an instrument. I've had a guitar. I've taken lessons. I just hadn't been consistent. And Ken invited me to come out here, man, and say, hey, look, you're not afraid, brother. You don't have stage fright or anything like that. Just pick up this guitar. I got a team out here who's willing to train and work with you, man. If you want to work with us, they're giving me a chance. I was unsure. I thought about leaving Arizona for a while. Things I have to take care of, personal problems. We all have them. But this music kind of frees me. If I'm not going to be in my engineering practice right now, struggling with the job, put food on the table and things like that, do what we love. I think that's why we're here with you right now, brother. You love doing this, so this is something we love. I actually enjoy it. I'm kind of a quiet guy, but not really timid. Once I get to know my crowd, I get out. So I think these two gentlemen can possibly bring out a talent in my fingers rather than just digitally doing things. And I think there might be some room for me to grow. So
It's either that or you're going to go hide from us.
but man,
Basis in the closet.
shout out to the Yeti, man. Check them out. This is Vert, man, on bass. Token bass, baby. Badass.
We got anything you want to add, Kenny?
He's still counting.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, shoot. What comes after that? It's zebra, right? No, pretty much it's just everything I said. Is I already got how the meeting went down and stuff like that. It's like I'm trying to help with that. Like I know he's got that stuff. I'm trying to get him to go with this. His more than he used to be a little more of that. It was more like not only did we bring him in, but also like after he's like, yeah, I'll give it a try. The next words out of my mouth of him was good. We've got less than 3 weeks to get you ready, and we're throwing you on stage. And he's like, hey, what?
That's how you do it.
That's how you get it.
Go.
But
this also coming from a guy that's played in, myself has played in multiple bands from everything from 70s rock. Like I was in one that was a Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd mixed sound sort of stuff. To I started out in like melodic death metal and thrash metal, and just kind of been through a little bit of everything. Played shows, met famous people, played on stage with famous people as far as opening for around here. So I'm trying to put a little bit of that experience. Made a full-length LP, also have a music video, so I'm trying to put some of that over to like help him with maybe like, hey, we need to go find this, let's go get an actual label going, letting him know anytime something goes hard, it's like, well, yeah, here, this is what can also lead to that, but if you get that and stuff and you can figure it out, then here's where you can go with this, and just be as positive as possible.
He stayed on the whole time. He stayed the whole time.
Awesome.
That's how I keep my brain going.
The words go with the numbers. Oh man.
Who are your biggest influences?
Mine, there's so many, but AC/DC I could follow almost every, from Bon Scott to all the way up till they stopped. Every song actually starts talking about history secretly. And the weirdest thing about AC/DC when I was a kid is the AC and the DC, because I was always looking into that when I was a kid reading stuff, and that's alternating current and direct current with the German symbol. It's like, okay, let's listen to the lyrics and see what's going on. Surprisingly, it's like that's how I kind of learned the little words and tricks and stuff of what they're trying to say without saying it. It's like, I love that. That's awesome. Little secrets in the music, depending on who you are. It's very smart, and that's my push. It's like kind of tell the story, but there's always a good side no matter what, because everybody wants to go negative and not have a positive outlook because of so many things being put on. There's tons of weight, but the only thing that gets you out of that weight is just relieve yourself from that situation if you can. If you're imprisoned by it, then you're prisoned. Leave. You can always leave. What are you going to leave behind? Nothing, because anything that's meant to be will stick with you forever, because that's true love. No matter whether it's music, physical, you name it, you use the same balance through any equation. If you want to find the answer, you just got to put the work to it. Just like this guy. My God, he's been working his ass off. I just hear him going, I'm still teaching. I'm like, damn, hours and hours. He just, all right, what are the chords? I'm like, all right, he's going to do it.
Or he comes in when I'm asleep and just grabs
And that's what music does. It gets you amped. And the only thing that gets you amped is knowing that you have a possibility to go. Just meet the people. Come meet us. Go to open mics. Meet people. That's how you get on stage. Say hi for a little bit. Hang out for a one night. Listen to people. Talk to the ones you like to listen to. And tell them what you're all about. Connections make this kind of cool stuff happen. Takes time, but everything takes time.
And it's also an experience that you can actually look at somebody that not many people have done and be like, yeah, I've done this here, and just in general. I know I can hear it. I can pick up. I can hear it out of this.
Well, Penny over at Rockin' Free Life says, I know those guys.
Oh, hey, Penny.
And
I'm waiting for the Reapers Anarchy gnome. Little gnome.
Reapers Anarchy gnome.
Reapers
You hear that,
Anarchy
Penny?
gnome.
Well, I saw her today because I had to go pick up Mrs. Yeti's Valentine's presents. They're both sets of her Valentine gnomes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's got a good little side hustle going there.
Heck yeah.
I have the full
My
set.
girl's addicted to it.
The full set from Christmas. I got my Schechter gnome. Now those plus the also picked up the St. Patty's Day ones.
Oh, yeah, you got every... She's set.
Yeah.
You're just like Hallmark now. Shit. Anything that happens, make a gnome.
Right?
You gotta make a Biden gnome.
Well, I've got a friend that I used to work with. He retired, and we called him the gnome. And so I'm gonna have her make one in our old uniform, and it's gonna be the Martin gnome. He doesn't know it, but I'm gonna find out where he's at. He's around here somewhere. I'm gonna present it to him. I know I'll either get punched or get a hell of a laugh, but
It's a win.
So how many songs do you guys have?
Well, there's 27. There's 3 albums, but nothing is out because money after COVID that stopped everything. So that helped me write them and throw them on YouTube and stuff when I was really bad. Because during that accident, I broke my neck. I broke like 180, ripped all this off, and I was waiting for blood to basically be released from my head, or else they were gonna do like this whole cut off. And I sounded like crap. But it was just in my head. Music was helping me. Like the hospital at Banner, the one over there on Dobson in the 60. That's where I was, and they had a piano. And I just remember walking my little thing down that piano. It's like, I just want to know I'm not, screwed up. And I could play. So it was like, that actually gave me more like, okay, then if that works, then they're just bullshitting, Just start walking. And that's what I did. No shit, I would wake up just like I would for construction. I'd be up at 4 in the morning. I need a black coffee, dude. Give me a black coffee. And then I'd be getting off the bed, getting yelled at, and just not listening. But I was actually just moving on through.
Right. It was your inspiration and your insight too.
Once I knew the music didn't stop, I was like, I'm okay. We're good.
The music never stopped.
Yeah. We can keep playing. We can keep going. And then just need a couple of my songs are like looking for a beat and a rhythm. Like there's always one person, you have a talent. Somebody's got something in them. All you got to do is find that instrument. But once you do and you practice it and stick to it, there's a whole 1,000 millions, who knows, just out there practicing at home and are just too scared to come out and meet us and stuff like that. You're going to meet some, bad ones, You got to take the bad, but there's good ones hiding in between the shadows. And it's just kids like us. We're just like, what do you want to sing about today? Let's make a song about this. What'd you do? It's fun. It's literally hilarious. Anything goofy that happens. All right, well, let's come up with something. It's your feelings speaking out what you do. It's literally history if you're paying attention to lyrics. Some are just like talking, but the real history's in the words.
Well, Penny says she knows she did start it. So.
Ooh. I can't wait to see it. That little Reaper's gnome. Oh, dude, that's going to go on my truck. Like, you're going to see him everywhere I go. I'm going to buy 12. I'm going to put them everywhere. Just start throwing them like
Well, if you haven't noticed,
city monuments.
If you haven't noticed already, I'm waiting. Look at the front of the desk.
Oh. See? I need to get stickers made. Who makes stickers, huh? We're in need. Oh, yeah. Hit me up. Facebook, Instagram. I'll buy them. I got the files and all the goodies. That'd be a sick sticker. Just like a patch.
Yep. I did. I used my second oldest. She's got one of them
Yeah.
fancy little machines.
Oh, yeah.
She can't do like quantity because it's real hard because it's
Yeah.
like one sheet at a time. She doesn't have one of those big machines. So when I went through those and everybody really liked them, I'm like, okay. So I went with Sticker Mule after some recommendations. Actually, she actually recommended them as well.
Or
But
yeah. Anyone knows how to make that into a spray-on tablet? Because I do skateboard, and you might see it around. But that's not me admitting to anything, because fans usually do it. Shh, Kenny.
what's that dip process?
No, the cutouts were back in the day, like, if you had a skate logo or something that you made and you liked it, you'd slap it on, and that was your signature. I skated there, or I hit that spot, or something
okay.
like that.
It's like all that stuff you see going around Tempe where you see the random, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little sticker here, sticker there.
In the bathrooms at the bars. And,
Yeah, leave your mark. It's just a natural thing, man.
The one post out in front of.
You just can't mark, certain areas.
I don't know.
Find out the hard way, Dave.
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't know she was with you.
It's not fair because they put bars way too close to schools. It's almost like they're just trying. That's unfair.
No, it's not trying. It's so that way you can keep your eye on your kids while you're enjoying the freedom.
Oh, wow.
It's the 90s all over again.
No. I want the 2000s back.
So what's your favorite song to perform?
Mine? Well, I've only performed so many because we have gone on this like little roller coaster train of rockin' where it's just like, hey, you want to play a show? And then we start practicing songs. And so far we got, I want to say 12 down. My favorite one's got to be Mud Puppy and Ghost Train. They're like 50-50, but Ghost Train's probably top because of the double bass. Without that, you can listen to it on YouTube, but it's not the same. Like the whole music thing, it's a family. Once it comes together, this sound changes your voice, changes everything, the whole mood. It's just something magic that I can't explain, don't know what it is, but it works, and when I figure it out, who knows? Might find a frequency to kill cancer.
I have a friend that
I'm working on it.
I have a friend that's in a band, and a couple of times that I've seen him, he's not been real animated. And then there was a show that was really good and really big, and he finally got animated, and I thought it was that's what you need. No matter what it is, whatever your animation is, you've got to, there's 3-4 of you on stage, get the people's attention. The guy singing is going to get the attention, but when the drummer hits a certain cymbal a certain way, people are going to go ooh, or when the bass player gets up there and steps out there and starts doing something.
Kind of like we got at the Battle of the Bands when you and the old bass player kept switching instruments on each other. All of a sudden, that's when everyone was like, "Oh wait, what?"
Wait a minute, what just
keep them
happened?
guessing. The secret's always going to be at the live shows.
And of course, all I do is I just sit back there and look like I'm lost. My job.
He's not lost. He's still counting.
Okay, so I was looking. So I was looking for the martini or the bottle of beer. I was looking for something.
And he's like, wait, what number am I on?
1, 2 cheese. Wait.
1, 2 cheese. Where?
Meow meow, bitch.
Drummers, we are the poster child for ADHD.
Oh my lord! So what's was there 9 bands playing
9?
that night at the Nile?
Oh yeah,
I was like, that's a lot.
that's a lot. Yeah, $12, dude.
Well,
Get
no,
them
I'm
before
not
the
complaining
door.
about the price. I'm like,
No,
9
for like
bands.
that many bands.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's a banging deal.
I'm glad we're doing it, but that's kind of.
I'm happy because we
That's
get to
kinda
meet a bunch of new.
Oh,
people we've never met
absolutely.
before. It's the same kind of thing.
But
Bunch
that's
of
kinda
people
what got me
coming
was
together.
It was when you sit there and said that we only had like what's supposed to be a half hour. Or 20
Yeah,
minutes or something like that.
25
I was
to a
I was
half
reading
hour.
it and I'm like, I have no clue.
It's kind of like an appetizer of all the locals.
Right. No,
Rocking
absolutely.
out. It's cool.
Then when you're like, there's a lot of them, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Dude, I swear music's got some secret like combination, but you just got to do it. If you've never played an instrument because of fear or whatever, that's just try it. I mean, you can go to the Guitar Center or anywhere and test one out, unless it's a flute or whatever.
Right.
But get a recorder, see if you like that. Those are like $1.
I've tried drums.
Oh, come on. Parents love recorders and harmonicas. Oh,
I tried drums.
Hey,
But I can't get my hands and my feet together, so I'm screwed there.
the harmonica is a beautiful tool because if the kid doesn't know how to play it, and say you have a boss you don't like, you can ruin his day. Just duct tape that underneath their car, and they'll never know what's wrong with the damn thing.
Oh,
I was thinking of the auto store, and the guy was like, "You got to be shitting me."
Oh, wow.
Hopefully he hits the freeway. That's the best. It sounds like a pilot jet.
A harmonica on an exhaust
Oh
pipe.
yeah.
That's
I hope you
insane.
all try it. It's fun.
Try that. There's no.
You can pick up your nearest harmonica for $7 at Guitar Center.
It's even better if you hide a triangle on somebody's car and they can't find it. It just keeps
Oh,
every time they hit a
the fun of knowing things.
But if you could open for anybody,
Anybody?
other than AC/DC,
Yeah.
because we know that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Weirdly, it doesn't match up, but I would say Stick Figure. That would be really cool to have a show with them. Rammstein and probably George Thorogood. That guy's that guy's bad.
No complaints
I got
on
to
any of
see
them.
one show, and I was lucky to see him, AC/DC, Def Leppard, Kiss, all them until the good ones started dying off. I'm like, dang, I'm in that era, right in between. Didn't get to see all of them, but I got to see some.
Well, a funny story. When I first got the Rammstein CD, the lyrics were all in German. I'm full-blooded German, but born in the States, so I don't speak German. My grandmother, fluent, used to have when she was alive. She had the weekend with all the German ladies, and they cooked German dishes and talked German all day long. And then we got the leftovers. The grandkids would come over afterwards. We get all the leftovers, but she couldn't read the print because it was too small. So Du hast, I wrote it out in bigger print so she could read it, and I gave it to her and she read it, and I said, can you read that? And she said yes. I said, okay, can you translate it? She said yes. And I said, okay, can you tell me what it says? And she says no, because I don't talk like that. And I was like, okay, sorry. She goes, what are you listening to? I said, I don't know.
Yeah. Good old song. I think Du hast is
Du hast mich means you hate me.
you hate. It's something to do with his wife or something. I can't remember.
No, yeah.
I can't remember which one. I tried listening to it in I don't remember, years ago, and then I started looking up the English, and I tried doing that swap thing, kind of like some other freaking band I can't think of right off the top of my head. There's so many, but they did this version of 99 Balloons, and he swapped English and German, and I was like, that is cool, and we are gonna try and do that.
Sure, go ahead. I'm not saying anything.
Because
Did half and half?
half and half, because
Okay.
I could do the English, but German, I used to do little bits and pieces and put stuff together for myself, because my family, I remember going to the reunion and I ran into the Foley German one, and I'm like, hi, I'm Preston. I'm like, oh shit, okay, next. That ain't gonna work. So after that, I started trying, and just hear little bits and pieces here. I'll kind of know something, but other than that, we just know cuss words, and same with.
That's all you learn.
That's all you ever learn.
Yeah, you always learn all the bad stuff.
And then when you want to learn all the other stuff, it gets difficult and mixing. But We'll have to come up with something. I think the transition that they do is awesome, and it sounds good.
Yeah. We just my ex-wife is from Guam, so that was the first words I learned were all the bad ones.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law was like, "Here." I'm like, "Oh, gee, thanks." My mother-in-law was like, "What'd you say?"
It sucks. They teach you at the bar too. So they're like, go tell this person this, and then you say it, you get hit. You're like, well, I thought I was saying no. You said it? Oh shit. We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go now.
Hey, go tell this person.
Billy, go get the car.
So you go tell this person this, you go tell them you get hit, and you come back, and everybody in that whole row you just went there with is just laughing.
You got anything else scheduled other than the now? February 12th?
For right
11th?
now, it's just putting all the bits and pieces together because we got another puzzle piece, and we gotta make sure the puzzle fits.
Well, of course.
I'm trying to get a whole album kind of set, memorized, because it's 9 each, so that keeps me settled. And we're almost there. We got 9, me and him, but just plug him in, get him all ready to rock and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Nile as like a kick him out there and, double black diamond, go.
Hey.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah. Other shows, too, that I have pacing. So.
Okay.
If he pisses his pants at the Nile, record it and send it to me. That'd be fucking awesome. Come on.
Well, I already know you do construction, so if you weren't doing music, you'd still be doing construction.
Yeah, I do residential and commercial, so
Well,
I'm always working.
We need to talk after the show.
Oh, yeah.
I need an idea.
Yeah. Anything, as long as it's not plumbing or electrical to the, craziness. I can change a light bulb and fixtures, but no crazy stuff. No license for that.
Okay.
I got you on all the other stuff.
Are you supposed to need a license to run wires?
Properly.
What? Yes. In a drummer's world, no. Come on. That
So
shock
Kenny,
makes it faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
That all depends. Probably sticking where I'm at right now, outside of here, which is working in the towing industry.
Okay.
I kind of flop back and forth between either what I'm doing now, which is just the normal accidents in the police department, and then every time I get tired of that, or I just get tired of people. It happens every once in a while.
Absolutely.
You burn out real quick in that industry. Just go jump right back over into repo where you don't care anymore until you start caring again, and then go up a little bit. One of those two areas.
Right. You ever done any of the big rig recoveries?
I've been out on them. I was out for 2 of the 4 days that they had on one that was, I forgot where it was, but one of those ones that burnt down, and all the plastic that they had melted half of everything to the dirt that was out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they needed like 3 of the heavies and at least 5 of the normal tow trucks out there just to be able to help, and at least somebody who knew how to run a backhoe, which is
Right.
the whole reason I was out there. It's like.
Oh, so you're the backhoe of the bunch.
Yeah, they found out I used to work construction and I know how to work those equipment. So they're like, yeah, you go out there. You're the only one that doesn't figure out how to drive this thing. I'm like, that works. Sure, why not? But it wasn't that. It was hard work, but I mean,
Well,
we were also getting like every one of us normal people out there was also getting like the same thing they were getting at $300 an hour to be out there for everything. So it's like, it worked.
hey, yeah, definitely. $300 an hour. You want me to do what?
$300 an hour. You want me to sit here and push this lever and make things just go fly all over the place? Yeah, I can do that. Why not?
Okay, Vert. I know you've got some tech skills.
Yeah, tech skill. Oh man, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. So currently, I work at a pizzeria, man. I'm at a restaurant. So come to Red Devil. So we're off of Southern and Mill. But originally though, I was probably even just 2 years back, I was in the medical field. So I used to work with special needs and help them out. Originally, I wanted to go into bioengineering, so I was like more into microbiology and all the fun things of science in the body. So I think that's how he and I get together with Leonardo da Vinci and Tesla 369 and mathematics. But You got to study. Get out there and study. But no, currently, man, if I wouldn't have this opportunity, I'll probably still just be where I'm at now, man. Just keep my head above water, man, and running with the tides. That means working whatever job. But actually, though, I would definitely love to go into engineering, like when, not if, when this takes off, you know, wherever life takes us, you know. With music, I definitely will still try to invest into like a biotech company, definitely science and software, so bioengineering, prosthetics, and things like that of that nature. In fact, keep it on topic, man. It's a cool article, man. You guys should check out. It's bionics, so it's kind of like the people dealing with prosthetic limbs to play guitars, to play piano. So it's amazing, you know.
Right.
So that's exactly what I would go into. I mean, if I had the time and money, I would go into that and still train with a guitar just to keep my mind at peace, you know. So
right. Absolutely.
cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, couldn't even imagine doing that.
I know you're fairly new in the industry. You have probably the most experience.
He's the wizard.
If you could change anything in the industry today, as opposed to 30 years ago, 40 years ago,
There's something that could take the whole rest of this show. Trying to think about what the biggest glaring one is. No, actually, I'm trying to think. There's so many things that actually need to change to do it better. I just say probably the way that lots of not every place, but lots of places treat the musicians. So you get places that can treat you real good, and they know that. Especially some of the small bars, some of the bigger like the Nile was really good at this. Honestly, they treat you like they know that the whole reason that they're making money that day is because it's you. If they didn't have you and they didn't have people that knew how to play and they didn't have people that were willing to come and put stuff on, they wouldn't be making money. It'd just be an empty building sitting there with a sign outside of it.
right?
But then you've got other places that I have been in, and even promoters that run shows where it's like as you show up, it's, oh, well, I told you needed this much. Pull out your wallets and pay me, or else you're not getting your spot. We don't need you. Or you know, they go for a number, or if you're outside, like tuning your instruments or like smoking a cigarette or something like that, and they haven't kept a track on where you're going, and it's your turn, they'll call you like one time, and then all of a sudden remove your stuff off and put someone up and go, well, I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't have gone outside and do this. It's, you know, it's your fault, not our fault. And it's just like they're just treating you like you're more that number and you're doing something everybody can do.
Right. Well, I know I say it in my regular show. I still have the list of everybody that required a Vax card to, I guess, perform and go to a show. And people seem to have forgotten who those are. And some of those are the ones you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I guess nobody really wants to put them in check now because they can. I understand it would take a hit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, by the bands from one less place to be able to play, but because it shouldn't be a political.
No, it shouldn't.
A political field. I
mean, we did have. No, I'm not going to say names because I'm a little bit more used to that one. We did have one promoter that was like that. That they had a whole show set up. They had rented out this big expensive place and everything, and they started treating every band like that. And we all literally just packed up our stuff. Left them with just a room full of people who were expecting to see something that paid money, and signed and agreed that they knew that there was no refunds no matter what happens on that whole entire stuff. And yeah, we just all took our stuff out to a park. and just set up next to a playground at like 7:00 at night, and just whoever was there and whoever wanted to follow, that's just what we did. And
park jam session. Nice.
Nobody made anything out of that, but nobody cared because everyone that followed and stuff was having more fun than they were having to be on this, watch people be dragged around, running on a strict time limit, maybe tripping upstairs, dropping equipment because you're trying to get on and off stage, and they were only going to give us 8 minutes to sometimes take 5-piece bands off, and then 8 minutes to get up there because they just wanted things to go. Well, they were also trying to do like I think an hour and 20-minute sets too, but it's like. Yeah, it was just one of, but they changed right after everything left. You came back and they were just like apologetic. They sent out letters to everybody. They did shows where they paid for everything for the first couple of shows for any of the bands that wanted to come back and do that, including paying the bands real good. And they just lost money on those things, and then they just went back to being like, yeah, let's talk to the musicians. Let's talk to the people putting on the show. How much time are you guys really going to need? How much time is this going to be? Is this good? And then they've gone back to where they used to be with that. But it just takes a little bit of fighting back sometimes, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. And like that was the one thing, because when it was COVID, you want me to wear a mask? Fine. No qualms whatsoever. You put the sign up, mask required. I'll put it on, walk in. But when you say that I have to have a vax card,
well, and then even at that, with that whole thing, it's like when you were doing shows, because I saw a couple of those ones. It's like you had to wear the mask while you were down with the people, but the first thing you got up on stage, you could throw it behind you.
Yeah.
So. Well, yeah, you try being a drummer and having something that's pushing your nose into your face and trying to breathe correctly while you're up there for that. Yeah, maybe this.
Well,
maybe
you
this
weren't
guy
within
could get
6
away
feet
with
of anybody either.
Maybe this guy could get away with it, but I mean.
The difference with the tech and industry today between decades ago, because when I was growing up, it was gold records, multi-gold, platinum, multi-platinum. I still haven't researched it. I need to find out how many actual diamonds we have. That's a billion, I believe. Yeah, or is it 100 million? Something like that. 10 million. There you go. Because millions platinum and then multi-platinum up to 10, so 10 million's diamond. What would you consider today a successful music career? Because back then it was based strictly all off of numbers. How many album sales you had, how many gold records you had. And you still get that today, but would it be big tours? Would that be considered successful? Would it be making a particular dollar amount financially?
Way, just for me, if you have the songs, work to obviously get them recorded. That's the first step, and that's just where I'm at. I mean, that's where everybody's got to be, because if you're trying to make a career out of it, I mean, that's the only way to do it. You want to sell your stuff, you better start learning some cameras and how to use your... I did this since I was 12. I've been playing with a camera, figuring out all this stuff, and by the time I got to Scarred by Injury, I had money, and I just paid somebody to videotape it, but I directed it. I knew what was supposed to be done. I did the makeup. I did everything. I saved so much money just by learning what you want to do. It's your job or career is supposed to be like the most fun thing of your life, where you wake up, go, fuck yeah, I'm going to go do this. Fuck yeah, I'm going to go do this. Well, let's see what happens if I cut my hand up. Shit. It's 2023. I might get robot hand. You never know. Right. But why worry about it unless you just do it? You can worry about it and have this false evidence appearing real all over the place because of thoughts that you probably saw on TV or somebody else did, but it's not you. You got your own path. Just because one person couldn't, maybe you're the one with the special talent. You don't know unless you do it. And I mean, I'm not saying go try some crazy shit, because yeah, there are negative things if you want to do stupid stuff.
Definitely
I've
repercussions.
done that. Definitely found out. That fuck around and find out is real. But for like the music career, yeah, if you're trying to do Spotify and all these things, like even if it's not a song, all you need is an instrument, because you got DJs. You can make maybe the coolest loop tune that maybe Rocket League or some fun game back in the day, like Pac-Man. They changed it to DJ sounds and stuff like that. You could literally be royalty just by that. You never know. It's all about how your brain picks up sounds and what you think's cool. Doesn't matter what everyone thinks, because you got to remember, there's so many different people out there with different things they like. They like beats, they like rhythms, they like this, that, blah, blah. It's forever different. But it doesn't change the person, because everybody listens to music differently, takes it in differently. So your career state, if you're always judging one song over and over, you're probably not ready to start making all that stuff happen. You need to be able to start making things happen, kind of like building, construction. If you got a certain amount of money that you need at the end of the period, plan yourself ahead. Know how much money you need to get into. Figure it out. Look it up. Study. Because you will find yourself in a loop, and you can go for broke and just be squashed instantly if you go too far too soon or whatever. A time for everything.
Like Penny with the gnomes.
Yes, exactly.
She
that
did it
will
and
kick off,
and it went.
Yep.
And she's like, "Holy crap!
Everyone
I can't make them
has
that
their
fast."
moment. Yeah. As long as you don't stop. Stopping does what? It stops that moment from possibly happening. You gotta remember, life always moves. If you stop, that shit's gonna keep going. And then someone else is gonna come up with your idea. Maybe it's in your head. Nikola Tesla's ideas were all in his head. He doesn't have to draw it out. Give him the money and the stuff. Oh, blip, blip. There it is. Holy shit! Look at that. It works.
Even going off what you said, I'm just gonna put a little in there too. It's that's the successful with the music. I mean, yeah, I know that it's always good to have stuff like you said, like back in the day of the gold records and the stuff like that, or the even more current, the being able to log in and seeing how many plays have you gotten from this, how many people have downloaded this, where's that? That could be a whole thing. I know personally, and this is actually too what I try to anybody who's comes to, or like, hey, I want to learn something. Hey, I know how to play that. I'll teach you. So I try to tell them is it's more. I base it off of like, when do you feel you've gotten it, not the material stuff.
Okay.
So like me, I think I've had a very, very successful music career, and I'm basing that off of I've played the Marquee, I've played the Nile multiple times. I've played. We pretty much almost, me and the one band I was in before this, we pretty much had a bedroom set up in the back of Club Red. We were there so often. With that band, I got to open up for Smile Empty Soul. Smile Empty Soul actually asked for our autographs, didn't want it the other way around.
Wow.
The previous band before that, I got to hang out, party with, and open up for Cheap Trick.
Okay.
So I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, if anything else goes from it, great. If not, I could at least have, this is like, you can have the people come around like, hey, tell us a story. Well, let me tell you about this one time when this was, I might have to pull it up and be like, yeah, this is who I'm talking about, because I know you guys have never heard of it because they stopped playing them. But it's like, this is where that's going. But
definitely.
But it's that's about where it just goes to. It's in that, but it's at the same time, if you're focused doing this on numbers, how many people are watching, how many views, how many of this, how many of that, and it doesn't go to where you think it should be, you can just very easily just get burnt out and just give up on it and never know that maybe that next thing you were going to do right before you said, screw it, I'm not going to, it's not going, could have been that one that's just going to go just right off of everything and do
right
whatever. Ruins the band too. Yep.
Yeah. and I'm not talking as far as looking at it from that aspect. Mm-hmm. That's too far.
Oh yeah.
Because if you love it, you just do it. No matter what.
Yeah, there's that.
But as far as considering what's successthul, and I like your answer, just knowing that you're doing what you love and you get to do it, and
and those bands that you see around who even that could be like, honestly, they could be really good, but they never get out of the small bar scenes or the smaller local scenes or whatnot. Those are the ones that are doing it because it's the reason it's probably the reason they got up that day and are smiling bigger than whatever they've ever done is because there it is.
Right.
And those are
Absolutely.
the ones that you want to be around a lot.
Always. Well, I know, like, I'm an infant in this music scene. And I've been involved in others, not to what I'm doing today, but there's been some people that have taken some offense to that. But I'm here to learn. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Do I have all 2,000 bands in Arizona on that banner? No, I don't, because I don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
These are the ones that I've found. There was one, his 2 or 3 previous bands were on there, but the one he was in now wasn't. I'm like, sorry? Who are you? I found it, but I had to dig, and that's fine. And a message to everybody: put who you are on your social media, who your band members are, what you do, how to contact you. Put an email. Even if you don't like a particular platform of social media, have it. You don't have to utilize it as much as the one that you prefer, but there's people that don't like the one that you prefer that like the one that you don't like. And, you're going to miss out on some people.
Yeah.
Have Facebook, have Instagram, have TikTok, Twitter. I don't do any of the other ones, but
Well, there's that,
Yeah.
and that's always guaranteed. Even if there's one person who does in the band that doesn't like that one particular platform, since there's multiple people in the band, you probably have somebody in the band who likes that other platform you don't like, who'd
Right.
be perfectly willing to take that over too. So
absolutely, yeah. Spread the wealth and put it all out there. When you can, get a website and the same information on the website, contact info, who's who, because I want to be able to go to either a Facebook profile or a Instagram profile or your website and see who you are.
Yeah.
And some of the times when I'm trying to do some of my shows, I want to give you props of who you are and where you're from, but I can't because I can't find out where the hell you're from. And some of them I have a hard time deciding whether to add them to the list or not because they don't have where they're from, but they have a local phone number, 480-520-623-602, 928. But there's a female band called Plush. They have a local phone number, but the majority of them I think are from like New York.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they live here, and I messaged them on social media, got no response. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah,
I think what would really help the music come right back. I mean, yeah, digital's awesome because you have all these new, things you can do. But like the old way, just for like people starting, like cool, the digital's when you're getting up there, you got money and stuff. That shit's expensive to do all that unless you know how. But just because it's called Woodstock, the idea was to bring everybody together, and it got so big that they stopped charging people. That right there proves exactly what I'm saying. The music's kind of like, if you have one big open mic where it's just a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I'd love to play this song, throw everybody up there, have just a whole freaking day of it, and one big event, let them all come, and if they like the music, just tip them. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it always was when they started instruments. They would show it off, and people were like, wow, like that. And then that's how you made money. That's what a career was in my mind, was, okay, if I got that, my ass is safe pretty much anywhere that has ears. As long as I'm good, I can just sit somewhere and maybe somebody will like it. That's a backup. But the digital thing, I think, makes it so expensive. And then if you go super far, say you got management and all this stuff, you're paying them. You're paying a ton of money from, just a big old case full of my songs, and it could just change sour by giving the wrong person your trust. That doesn't sound fun. That, to me, just me, I'm just saying, I believe that like I write the music and I sing it, and when I see people and how you feel, it gives me feelings back. It's literally like a ping pong effect to me. When I see how a word affects you, I actually take in whether it's bad or good, and then I'm like, all right, maybe go back to the drawing board and, touch up. But when I know it's good, it's just like this weird feeling that I can feel back and forth, especially when everybody's in line playing the bass, drums, and just more instruments. The more the merrier. It just gives your whole body a sensation that doesn't make sense other than it's vibrating your soul because it's playing the things you love and enjoy. But how can you love and enjoy something that costs $100 to enjoy? That's not enjoyable. You're paying your own life to enjoy something that's free. I mean, you should tip if you enjoy it to a point of movement. Yeah, that's just a good thing to do. But a musician thinking as like, it's just a thought. $100? Somebody... I'm making little tips out there. No, I know. I'm just saying, when you go for like this crazy thing, it's a lot of freaking work. That whole long way to the top that's real.
How much money are you gonna make off a show that's got $100 tickets, or how much you're gonna make off a free show where you're getting tipped?
Usually more on the free show, honestly.
You get drinks, you get food.
I think that's what
thankful.
I think that's what he was saying.
Because
and you're known more because you're not like somebody's extra burden on. Okay, can I afford to listen to music or enjoy a night? Because they're gonna spend it on drinks too and all that stuff. You're literally getting chefs. People come together. You can literally start an entire event. All you need to do is pay for a permit or something.
When I was younger, probably 20, 30 years ago,
we could do it.
The bands would get together and do like little block parties or house parties and do kegger parties.
Yeah.
The band would bring the beer, $5 a cup.
Yep.
You drink all you want, but $5 a cup, and they'd make money. The kegs would pay for themselves, and they would make some money. Yeah. And I'm like, man, where the hell did that go? And I will say there were at least a couple of bands, local bands that were during COVID were, Moonshine Voodoo Band. I loved that. I watched their social media. They would get in the back of a pickup truck and go drive around neighborhoods playing the music during COVID.
That would be dope. That's cool.
That's
cool.
And they had a buddy driving them through the whole city, and then we have all that. I was just talking about
somebody just trails behind us with a camera or something.
Okay, they did it way back in the day. We have all the stuff.
So you know what I also like?
Just need a generator.
That's what you need.
You had bands that would also sometimes, at its worst point, they would sit there and just, even if they were in their own separate houses or whatnot, and they knew someone figured it out, they would go and each sit in front of their computer, turn on their cameras or whatnot.
I was thinking about doing that.
Just throw a concert from
wherever we're at.
Different sections of a city or
I'm thinking about that with us, man.
With that same band, and you
I like
can hear
that.
Everything and not charge anybody. It was just like, no, just come here. We all need.
Well, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Since I'm here as a guest, what do you guys think about the TikTok? I'm not really big on it, but I have it. I was gonna ask you. I have an account, but I'm not big on it. But Preston, if you want to do, if we can TikTok while we're doing this, because it's just something about people watching live. They're listening live. We're catching their ears, but maybe if we let them watch. And I want to be good enough, like he said. Preston's been playing longer than I, but his definition of any instrument, any music or vocal is the same as me. Basically, you watching the movies like Michael Jackson. Remember the time when we first met with Eddie Murphy and everyone? You're damn near about to get executed, and basically someone's vocals, someone's song or talent and instrument saves your hide. Yeah. That's even in the cartoons.
Right.
And it's basically just that music. I don't care if it's rock. I don't care if it's gospel, blues, whatever. Tapping on your fingers and singing on the corners and the rolling 40s, rolling 50s, rolling 60s. They were doing that a cappella. But yeah, so it seems like just doing something live kind of grasps everybody's attention.
Where the energy's at. That's where it gets.
And then famous people, big shot callers, have to pay attention. Even if they don't like you, they have to pay attention.
Yeah, and that's the thing with TikTok is it's limited on time.
Yeah.
You only get so much time for a video.
Your shit, your video.
So you can't put an hour-long interview
like
up
this,
there.
Exactly.
Once you get enough, though, you can go live.
Yeah, they have. It's ridiculous, though.
Longer on that. By the way, you were asking about TikTok?
Yeah.
What do you think I think about TikTok? Come on, seriously.
Yeah. It's not bad, man. You can go live, run it.
I got my own stuff.
Let them know about the Yeti radio, baby.
Alrighty, guys. This is Reaper's Anarchy.
Yes, sir.
And let's see. We're going to go ahead and close out the show. And we're going to...
the new song written 2 months ago.
Oh, this is the closer song. It's called Snowbirds.
Coming to you, I did build that at a job.
Right here with the Yeti. Reaper's Anarchy.
The Yeti.
Welcome to the valley, home of the song, where the best damn people just live to have fun. We got our set ways, yeah, that never fail. Till the winter comes, baby, it's our fairy tale. See, in Arizona, there's a horrible story. As soon as these temperatures drop below 90, we got creatures that migrate into our lands, destroying everything that we ever planned. Decolonize all winter, slowing us down. These lines are getting longer in every town. It's the way they act is so absurd. No, I don't got no time for another snowbird. They can't read or count, they're as smart as a turd. I don't got no time for another snowbird. These unteachable pests that can't be cured. I don't got no time for another snowbird. This is West Side Boys, yeah, haven't you heard? We don't got no time for any snowbirds. See, from Washington to Oregon and Illinois, it seems that y'all born just to annoy. Got Cali, Canada, and Michigan. It's like we're raising toddlers all over again. Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, New York. These kind of drivers are a new type of dope. It's the way they act is so absurd. I don't got no time for another snowbird. They can't read or count, they're as smart as a turd. I don't got no time for another snowbird. These unteachable pests that can't be cured. I don't got no time for any snowbirds. This is West Side Boys, yeah, haven't you heard? We don't got no time for any snowbirds.
The Phoenix music scene. So hot, the valley of the sun turns into the surface of the sun.